Alright, welcome back. Well, what I've got is the Hoya Suma that I'm fixing to propagate. I had a piece that I'd already got it to start rooting in the pot just by pinning it down. As you can see, it's got the pine. Hold up, guys. The pine stuck to the roots. And the root is coming out. Oh, Lord, I can't see what I'm doing, so yeah, I apologize. All right, now for this one, I'm actually going to do a cut right here above this node and a cut right above this node, if you can see, and then I will pot up both cuttings together because for one, I want everyone to have success. If I sell this, I don't want to sell something I wouldn't want to buy. So my whole thought process is to do for people as I would want someone to do for me. So yeah, going to try my best to give bigger cuttings than most places, or not places, but most people do, to the best of my ability. Sometimes you just have a little bit. Sometimes you don't have a whole big plant to cut. Like I don't have a whole lot to cut from this plant. I have this vine here, has a peduncle. I would love to see this one bloom. I have not seen it bloom. If you see that or not. There's a peduncle here. I may cut this vine and propagate it. And then this one has a peduncle here at the top. And for Hoya, you do not cut the peduncle off. You leave it. It will continue to flower from the same peduncle over and over and over again. Yes, and I don't want to cut the vines that have peduncles, but I do. There's this one here, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to look for the best place that I want to cut it. I want to promote new growth as much as possible, so I want to make sure I have an existing node. And I'm going to cut it down deeper into the pot because I want it to branch out and be, I want the top of the pot to be fuller. Yeah, so I'm going to put this back because I'm not going to cut any more off of that. So now I've got my one, I guess that would be about 6 inches or so. And on this 6 inch, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a dead node. Well, it's not a dead node. It's just a leafless node. 5. I would safely say 5. We have 5 nodes. I don't like to cut the end into individual nodes. Chances are, sorry. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not a pro at this. I'm going to cut right here, and then no, I'm sorry, I'll edit this out or I think I will. I'm going to cut here, sorry, goodness. Okay, I see what the need for a camera actually is. All right, so I'm going to cut right here, This is above the bottom node. I'm going to cut right here on the next one. And then I'm going to skip. This one will have 2 nodes. And then I'm going to cut right here to encourage this one to shoot out growth. And this whole section I will pot by itself or together. I won't cut any more. These nodes will probably, I mean, they'll be fine. There's a leaf right here, a small leaf, which these are a small Hoya. So I just don't like to try to propagate the end nodes that are still soft for new growth. They usually don't do very well. So this is another, this one is not as thin as the moonshine on the stem. So I'm going to do it my regular medium. I'm just going to add a little bit more cocoa core, just so that it has something to grab onto. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get this cut. So we're going to go right in above that node, and I'm going to cut, let it drop. I'm going to go down some and cut. Oh, goodness. I'm going to cut and let it drop. So now we've got this one that I'm going to leave 2 on there, cut, let it drop, and now we've got them all. And ignore my table because it is an absolute mess with all this soil and stuff going everywhere. All right, so I have these little small cups that I like to use. Just don't feel like burning a hole in the bottom of them. So yeah, I'm not going to use them right now. I could technically use this and put all of these together, like this set together, and you see what that kind of look like, and then all of those together. But I want to start new plants for possibly, future sales. So, I mean, yeah. Anyway, we're going to go back to these. These are small ones. Same as before. Drop some chunky stuff down in the bottom. This one is going in just like this. And then I'm going to fill it up. And we're good. And so I can take this little cup and I'm just going to sit it down in there. And so what'll happen is when I water the top, it's just going to drain straight through to the bottom. And I usually leave these like this because, in my opinion, and there may not be any fact to it, the roots tend to want to come, that when they start coming out, they want to come down toward the moisture, even though the moisture is not actually touching the bottom of this pot. So when I water, every time I water, I will top water, let it drain down through. It'll be in the bottom down here, it will evaporate, and or I may have to pour it out, depends on, how quick the soil, dirt dries out. I'll keep these in a covered prop box, so chances are I won't have to water these at all. The humidity will keep this wet, and if I leave the water in the bottom, that allows the prop box to have more humidity. So there's that. Gosh, I'm making a mess. Yeah, I'll do the tags for those in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and put my cup in my other cup. Grab my chunk. Grab a little bit of, not chunk. This one has pond already attached to it. And we're going to just sit it right here. This one will probably have to be pinned. That one did not. I can pin it. Some of them need it, some of them don't. This one really does. That one really doesn't. This one probably will. So, since it's a 2-node cutting, I'm going to kind of hold that up a little bit. And then I'm going to fill it in. I'll try to get some of that chunky stuff and some of the fine stuff. And just throw it in there. And then give it a little tap, 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 or tappity, tap, tap. And come back with my short pin, or shorter pin, go right across the top of it, and literally just push it down until I can't push it down anymore. I try not to push it down too tight to where the cutting's actually pinched, so you can see there's some wiggle room. It's just going to hold it in place when I water, or as I move it around, it won't jump out of the pot. All right, put that over to the side, and I've got these to do, and then we're going to call it a night. I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to edit these videos. I'm going to have to figure that out. So by the time this gets posted, I mean, the things may be grown already. I don't know. I don't have a microphone like most people do. I don't have any of that. I don't plan to get any of that. So hopefully anybody can hear me. I guess I'll see when this is done. All right, so this is a little bit, dang it. Maybe I don't know, maybe I need a separate something or another, but still, okay, it is what it is. We're just going to go with it at this point. On this one, I'm going to grab a little bit of the tree and make a mess. Tree fern, I just want to slide it down in there, sprinkle it around, make a mess while I'm doing that. Take out the bigger piece, and then, so you can see, that way it has something fine for the roots to grab onto, since it's like a newer piece. And then I'm going to fill in around it. And I'm going to add a little bit of the cocoa core. Cocoa core is in chunks is great for allowing moisture to hold moisture. Goodness, I can't function, I guess. To hold moisture, but also allow the soil to have air, if that makes any sense. I mean, I know it does because it works, but you know what I mean. So this one actually, I'm just gonna kind of put it across at an angle, just to hold that into place. And I know it looks bare, but we do have a leaf right there. And so this one is actually going to get 2 cuttings, and I'm going to do the same thing. That's just going to get pushed down in. I'm going to take another pin. I could probably accomplish this with 1 pin, but just for safety's sake, I like to use 2. And then I like to kind of make sure my leaves are kind of pointing up if possible, instead of out and flat. And now within a week's time, this should it should have growth already. If it doesn't, then I may have to look at doing it a different way. So this is the last one we've got to pot up tonight. And I'm going to do the same thing. This one is going to be a little bit more challenging because it's a little bit shorter node on that one. This one is okay. I'm going to cut this up. Sorry about the noise. I mean, it is what it is. It's dirt and gravel and rocks and what do you expect? Plastic, you know, what do you expect? So, if the noise bothers you, yeah, scroll on. Alright, so this one is kind of, yeah, so you're just going to drop it over the top of it. I mean, plants are very resilient, and as long as you don't water them to death, which I like to love them too much, so I love to water my plants. But over time, I have learned, and with the help of self-watering planters, I've learned that and the fact that, you know, I've lost my fair share of plants. So yeah, the super duper green thumb that you inherit, no, that ain't really a thing. Because trust me, I do kill my fair share. Or I don't kill them, they die, but yeah, I'm not going to say it's my fault, but it could be my fault. Yeah, anyway, so there we go, and I'm going to fill that in a little bit more. And now there we go. So we've got 4 of those. I've got 3 of the RP017, and I've got 2 of the Lacanosa Moonshine. I could fit some more in the prop box, but it's getting late here. It's like 10 o'clock at night. So I'm going to stop at this point. And yeah, that's about it. So I'm going to write out these tags. Since I kind of have to, and I guess I'll be ordering some labels that actually fit the label maker. Yeah. And it is today is 6/25 of 2025. Not smear it. So there we go. Can't see what I'm writing. Sure, get that stuck down in there. That way, the chances of me knocking it out and losing it are slim. However, this is one of the Hoya that it's pretty easy to identify. Due to the, at least for me, the pink leaves and the shape of the leaves and the colors. Alright, so I've got all 4 of those labeled. Let me get them in there. I've got them in my little pots. And now I'm going to put them in there. My little container. Yeah, and I'll actually water these in just a few minutes, and I'm gonna leave. I'll put the lid on the container, but I have room in the container to add more. So when I get, I'm gonna go to prop some more. I'll add those into the container. I also, once they start growing roots, I will I'll add some systemic. And that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna wipe off this mess, clean up my mess. The life of a planty household, or at least for me, is there's always plant stuff everywhere. So you learn to live with it and do the best you can, and it's all for the love of the plants, right? So yeah, one of these days, hopefully I'll have a greenhouse outside that I can grow my plants in, or a green, I don't know, heat room, I don't know what you call it, but anyway, yeah, clean up a little mess, and then I'm good to go. So thank you all. If anybody ever sees this video, if anybody ever watches it, yay. If not, oh well. Thank you so much. And yeah, that's it. Bye.